The movie opens with Jong-yoon. She's just an ordinary woman, living an ordinary life, but barely surviving. To keep herself afloat, Jong-yoon works multiple small jobs. One of them is at a convenience store. While she is working at the convenience store, Detective Ki-hoon comes to meet her. She tells him, "Today is my birthday," and he replies, "When your shift ends, I'll give you a birthday meal treat." After saying this, he leaves the store. When her shift finally ends, she goes out to buy some clothes for herself. After this, she is on her way to meet one of her friends. While crossing the road, a boy approaches her and says, "You will die in 6 hours." Hearing this, she is shocked, but she tries to ignore him and says, "I'm going to meet my friend." The boy replies, "There's no point. You won't be able to meet her." And that is exactly what happens. When she reaches her friend's place, the plan gets cancelled. As she heads back, she runs into the same boy again. And the boy saves her from getting hit by a motorcycle. After this, the two of them start talking. The boy introduces himself as Jun-woo and tells her, "I can see the future, and I've seen your death. I told you that you wouldn't be able to meet your friends today, and that's exactly what happened," Jun-woo says. But she replies, "That doesn't mean your nonsense is true. If I see you again, I'll call the police." Jun-woo calmly answers, "In 5 hours and 49 minutes, you're going to die." Hearing this, she looks at him with frustration and disbelief. Meanwhile, the police are looking into a murder case involving 2 women. Both victims were killed by stab wounds to the chest and neck. But the police couldn't find the weapon at the crime scene. Detective Ki-hoon thinks the killer didn't attack them there. He believes the murderer killed them somewhere else and then moved the bodies. The police also found a voice recording showing that the victims were being followed, and the killer even left a warning message predicting their deaths. Detective Ki-hoon suggests that they should focus on the death predictor, the person who had been following both victims. He explains that there is a strong possibility the killer and the predictor might actually be the same person. A female officer then adds that there is another common detail in both cases. She said that in both cases, someone used a public phone to report the incident right after it happened. The scene then shifts to Jun-woo and Jong-yoon, who are sitting together in a cafe. She asks him, "Can you see the future of everyone sitting here?" Jun-woo replies, "No. It doesn't happen whenever I want. When I look at a person, a vision about their future sometimes appears on its own." Jong-yoon then asks, "So how will I die? An accident? A heart attack? Or a zombie bite?" Jun-woo answers, "You're going to be murdered." She asks him, "How?" "Tell me." He explains, "You will be stabbed with a knife, in the chest." "But I couldn't see the killer's face." Jong-yoon doesn't believe him at all. So Jun-woo says, "Everything I've seen so far has come true in real life." Jong-yoon asks, "How is it possible that I'm going to die in 6 hours? Maybe you're wrong." Jun-woo replies, "No. You're wearing the exact same clothes you were wearing in my vision." She then asks, "Fine, then how do you know the time?" Jun-woo answers, "Your watch shows 12 o'clock at the moment the killer stabs you." After that, Jun-woo tells her about his past experiences. He explains, "A year ago, I saw a vision of a girl being murdered in an abandoned factory." Then he adds, "A month ago, I had another vision, a girl trapped in the trunk of a car, getting stabbed." Jong-yoon asks, "Did you warn those girls too?" Jun-woo says, "Yes, I told them. But they didn't believe me." She then asks, "So what should I do?" Jun-woo replies, "If I were you, I would try to find the person who wants to kill me." After this, Jong-yoon calls one of her friends and asks for the address of the man who had been following her earlier. Her friend gives her the address. Then Jong-yoon and Jun-woo start heading toward that man's house. During this, we notice that another man is secretly following them. Detective Ki-hoon also calls Jong-yoon and asks when they will meet. She tells him, "Something urgent came up. I'll meet you afterward." On the way, Jong-yoon tells Jun-woo, "One man has been following me. I'm going to find him. And if what you're saying is true, then he could be the killer. Junwoo then asks, do you two know each other? She explains about the club where she used to work as a rental girlfriend. That guy was one of her clients. She pretended to be his girlfriend for 3 hours, and he paid her for it. The strange thing was that he always booked only her, every single time. After leaving the club, the guy started following her. Because of this, she even filed a report with the police, but they couldn't find any evidence. The scene then shifts to Detective Ki-hoon. One of his fellow detectives asks him, do you remember the Maze Club case? Ki-hoon replies, yes. She tells him, both murdered girls were members of that same club. Hearing this, Detective Ki-hoon is shocked. He immediately reports this information to his team leader. The team leader then assigns the entire investigation to Detective Ki-hoon, which upsets the female officer, and she leaves angrily. The scene then shifts back to Junwoo and Jonghyun. She tells Junwoo, a year ago, our club started hiring underage girls as employees. Because of that, the club was shut down. After this, we see a flashback from 1 year ago, where Detective Ki-hoon is interviewing Jonghyun. He asks her questions about the underage employees. Did you know anything about this? Jonghyun replies, no, I didn't. Detective Ki-hoon then asks, is working at the Maze Club is something good? She answers, I don't know. I just need money, and so does everyone else who works there. Detective Ki-hoon asks her, why don't you get a decent job? She replies, you have no idea how difficult my life is. The scene then shifts back to the present. Jonghyun asks Junwoo, what do you think about my old job? Junwoo answers, giving someone happiness for even 3 hours is very meaningful. Meanwhile, the two of them reach the house of the man Jonghyun suspects. The landlord tells them that the man has already moved out. Jonghyun asks, where did he go? The landlord replies, he went back to his hometown. During this time, the man who has been secretly following them calls Detective Ki-hoon and reports. Jonghyun is with a stranger. Ki-hoon tells his junior officer, send me a picture of that guy. The junior officer quickly sketches Junwoo's face and sends the picture to Detective Ki-hoon. As Jonghyun and Junwoo are walking back, Junwoo suddenly gets another vision. Jonghyun asks him, what did you see? Junwoo replies, I saw an old woman, her face looked a lot like yours. She was very sick, and her family members were crying for her. Hearing this, Jonghyun becomes worried and says, my grandma is in the hospital. She had an accident 2 weeks ago. Then Jonghyun tries calling her mother, but her mother doesn't pick up the phone. After that, the two of them go to the subway station, where they run into the same guy again. He returns Jonghyun's keychain and tells her, I'm going back to my hometown. Jonghyun asks him, why is it always me? Why only me? He replies, I always felt that you and I were the same, no matter what we do, we still end up alone. Then he finally tells her his real name, Lim Young-hyuk, and walks away. After this, they sit together in a restaurant. Jonghyun tells Junwoo, my grandma is fine now. Then she asks, are you really sure that I'm going to die tonight? Junwoo doesn't reply, he just looks at her quietly. After this, Detective Ki-hoon and his fellow detective review the footage they had found in the previous case. In the video, they see Junwoo making a phone call. The female detective says, that's the first victim's boyfriend. His name is Junwoo. Detective Ki-hoon is shocked to hear this. The female officer then asks, but what connection does he have with the second victim? Ki-hoon replies, all of this might be connected to the Maze Club. He must be thinking that I should clean up this mess myself. Right after this, the female detective shows Ki-hoon a picture of the team leader with the first victim and asks, did you already know that the team leader was taking bribes from the club people? Ki-hoon says, yes, I knew. I was in charge of this case. Let's solve this murder case first, we'll deal with the corruption issue afterward. Then Detective Ki-hoon goes to his team leader and tells him. The detectives have learned about your involvement. But don't worry, I will handle this situation, just trust me. In the next scene, Jong-yoon and Jun-woo go to a man who sells self-defense equipment. Jong-yoon asks him to give her something that can protect her from a knife attack. At that moment, Jong-yoon receives a call from Detective Ki-hoon. She steps outside to answer, and Hoon tells her that the boy with her, Jun-woo, is a serial killer. Shocked and worried, Jong-yoon listens carefully as Hoon instructs her to bring Jun-woo to a specific location he will tell her. Jong-yoon agrees and takes Jun-woo to a building parking lot. The detective who was following Jong-yoon and Jun-woo arrives at the same location. The team leader calls him and says that Ki-hoon is also coming to the same place. He instructs the detective to quietly keep an eye on Ki-hoon. On the other hand, Jun-woo takes out a knife, which frightens Jong-yoon. She asks him why he has the knife. Jun-woo replies that it is because the killer is about to appear. Then he asks Jong-yoon about the call she received earlier, and whether she trusts the person on the other end. Jong-yoon, still scared, does not answer. Jun-woo grabs her hand and says that she should trust him. At that moment, Detective Ki-hoon arrives at the scene and points a gun at Jun-woo. Jun-woo, in response, points his knife at Jong-yoon. While this is happening, Jun-woo notices a tattoo on Ki-hoon's hand. Angered, he yells at Ki-hoon, "You are the one who killed her." Then he attacks the detective with the knife. However, Ki-hoon quickly shoots Jun-woo, stopping him. Afterward, Ki-hoon holds Jun-woo's knife in his hand, and his expression changes. At this moment, major twist of the story reveals, Detective Ki-hoon is actually the killer who murdered all those girls. Ki-hoon approaches Jong-yoon. She realizes the truth and asks him why he killed the girls. He responds that it is his duty to protect society from bad people and criminals, and that this is his mission. After saying this, he attempts to stab Jong-yoon with the knife. At the same time, Jun-woo attacks Ki-hoon from behind, trying to kill him. Jong-yoon stops Jun-woo and warns him that if he continues, he will become just like Ki-hoon. Hearing this, Jun-woo stops. After that, the police arrive, and Ki-hoon is arrested. Jong-yoon hands the police a voice recording that she had secretly made, in which Ki-hoon explains why he killed the girls. Later, Jong-yoon and Jun-woo are at the hospital, but Jun-woo leaves without telling her. Jong-yoon feels very sad after he leaves. A few days later, they meet again that he tells her that she will live a long life, at least until her 60s, and she will have a family. But he also makes it clear that he will not be her husband. With that, they smile at each other, then go their separate ways, and the movie ends.